Hello, everyone, and welcome to another preview of the American Athletic Conference 2024 edition. In this episode, we will focus on the schedule and the prospects for the Golden Hurricane of Tulsa under second year head coach Kevin Wilson, who served as head coach at Indiana from 2011 to 2016 before moving on to Ohio State to serve as their offensive coordinator in between. Last year, Tulsa finished a disappointing 4-8, with their victories coming against Arkansas Pine Bluff, Northern Illinois, conference rival Temple, and then a win over East Carolina in the final game of the season. The offense features wide receiver Camden Benjamin and a good tight end room with Ethan Hall and Luke McGarry. Four starters return on defense, led by the cornerback tandem of DeMarco Jones and Keon Parker. With a slightly easier schedule than they had in 2023, and with the addition of a super recruiting class, let's see how this team will fare over the course of the 2024 season. Last season, Tulsa opened with a big win versus Arkansas Pine Bluff. This year, they take on another FCS foe, Northwestern State, and should win that game easily. But then they lose two consecutive games, one on the road at Arkansas State, and then home versus Oklahoma State, their in-state rival, who they'll be meeting for the 78th time. Oklahoma State is preseason ranked in the top 15 and should have an easy time with Tulsa, although I think it will be more competitive than the 66-17 beatdown that Tulsa experienced last year in week 3 versus Oklahoma. In week 4, Tulsa will make a trip to Louisiana Tech. This is the first meeting between the two teams since 2013. Louisiana Tech has a fairly easy schedule this year, and they'll virtually even with Tulsa in preseason power rankings. But I think Tulsa wins this game on the road. With a 2-2 record, Tulsa will then hit a rough patch in their schedule and lose 4 consecutive games. First, on the road to a tough North Texas team that they also lost to last year. Then at home versus Army. Following a bye week, the Hurricanes will then travel to Philadelphia to take on Temple, where they will lose a close game. And then they will come back home to face UTSA and will lose by double digits. Finally, the bleeding will stop when they travel to UAB on November 2nd. These two teams will meet for the first time since 2012, and Tulsa will be pulling out all the stops to break their losing streak, and they will do just that. After another bye week, Tulsa will be sitting at 3-6, with just 3 games remaining. They'll be bolstered a bit when they pick up their second victory in a row at home versus East Carolina, but will then close out the season dropping their last 2 contests on the road at South Florida and then back home against Florida Atlantic. Tulsa will finish at 4-8, the same as last year. But if they can come up with another good recruiting class, I believe that 2025 will be a much better year for the Golden Hurricane. That's it for this conference preview. Stay tuned to my channel for continued in-season analysis during the 2024 college football season, covering the teams in the American Athletic Conference.